What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the sports station again. Blueclouds Media. We are live. We're gonna look into the big game that will be taking place in a couple hours between Nottingham Forest and Chelsea. Yes, it looks like the injury crisis is over now. Reece James is back, and Chelsea squad is finally looking a little bit more healthy. We've seen some injury players that have been recovered. We've seen players that are making a trip. If we are lucky, we might end up seeing Reece James participating or taking part in this game. Looking like the business and we're getting close to the business end of the 2023 Premier League season is coming to an end. So it's going to be very, very cagey. You're talking about relegation, threatening zone, players, teams over there. We'll be looking at some of them, and also the title itself. Arsenal, Manchester City, right now they are playing and they are leading a goal to nil at this moment by what I've had on my screen. And also Arsenal will be playing next. That will put pressure on Arsenal. Will Tottenham Hotspur's hand Arsenal the title in the face of playing Manchester City? We'll also be looking at that also as we are here. We'll be looking at Chelsea's best 11 that will face Tottenham Hotspur's. Ole Einar, former Chelsea player, a true Chelsea supporter, as he claimed. He has made some statements, and it depends on how you are looking at the statement, whether you're a Chelsea fan or a Tottenham fan. Do you think that, Forest fan, sorry, if you're a Forest fan, does that statement really upset you? I think that he was trying to be point blank. He was trying to make a statement over there. But it's a game that he's looking forward into, like he said. So we'll be looking into Ole Einer's statement he made. And some few comments also coming from Mauricio Pochettino. As guys, we are there. So don't forget to drop your comment in the comment section below if you have any question, your starting 11, your predicted score line, anything that you have regarding today's stream. Do me a favor, drop it in the comment section below. Like I said, Leo Desperandos, I'm going to hope, and we are back again. So hang in there tight. We'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back again, folks. We are back previewing the big game, Chelsea and Forest, or Forest and Chelsea, whichever way you want to take it. You know, Nottingham Forest, yes, they have history, but then it's been a while. They're back from the, being promoted to the Premier League 2 seasons in a row now. They've been in the Premier League 2 seasons now, last season, this season, and they are doing better, but they can do much better without Nuno Espirito Santos. With same manager be there for them next season? I don't think so. Forest want to achieve more. They need to get rid of Espirito Santos and find someone much better. But I have my man Stephen here with me. Stephen G, big game for Chelsea today. We've seen the ups and downs of Chelsea when they do better on big games, and then the following game it becomes something else. But Chelsea Mauricio Pochettino have been able to recover certain key players. We've seen the likes of Kano Chukwemeka, we've seen Reece James, Levi Kowo, and more, and some more players making a trip to Forest game. Are we gonna see Reece James playing today, Stephen?
I hope not. Honestly, hope not. I don't want to see him. I really don't. There's no point, right? Realistically, we're playing well. There's no point giving Reece minutes. Gusto's coming back from injury. Give Gusto the minutes. Don't use Reece for the rest of the season. We've got 3 games left. There's no point in using him when you can just use Gusto in that role instead. I wouldn't start Gusto today. Like I said, he's coming back from injury himself. His first minutes were last weekend. So I wouldn't give him minutes. I wouldn't start him rather either unless he's 100%. If he's 100%, sure, start Gusto. But if he's not, don't change what you've been doing. Keep the same back line. Keep Trevor there. Keep Silva there. Keep Badia Shield there. Keep Kukurea there. Keep Kukurea inverting. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, there's a reason they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the last couple of games, it's been working. Do not change this tactic. If you want to change personnel, sure, change that, right? Just do not change the underlying tactic. That's all I'm asking for. If he does that, I'm done. I'm going to be done. Like, at the end of the day, you've got something that's working that you've tried and tested through preseason and now in a couple of Premier League matches. There's no need for you to change it. If you change it, you're going to have a lot of questions to answer because it worked. Since you went to that, we looked good. Okay, it's 2.5 games, but at the end of the day, if we look good, you may as well keep with it, whether it's 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, 2.5 games, 5 games, 10 games, 15 games, 20 games. I don't care how many games. If you look good, do not change it. It's clearly working. If it don't work today and you use it, still stick with it because there's no point in changing it.
I can't disagree with you on that, Steven. I can't disagree. If you're a manager and you're you are in the right state of mind. Logically, you wouldn't distract a winning team, a team that is already winning. You wouldn't want to change anything. But Mauricio Pochettino, which we've seen him done that many times, maybe thinking of recovering players. You want to see some players in there, and things can get distracted a little bit. So my question is, what tactical adjustment should Mauricio Pochettino make towards the Forest game? Before you come into let me acknowledge our friends and family that we have on the show today. We have Maya in the building, and then my big brother Blue Lounge Mo from the Blue Lounge YouTube channel is stopping over to say hi a little bit to us over here. Big up to you, Maya says big up to Nee and Steven. I hope all is well. Absolutely all is well. I don't want Reece James to start today. Absolutely. I will expect him to get maybe 15 minutes just for the fans to know that he is back. He needs to come in the later parts of the game, just get some, fitness and then go back. I don't want to see much of him. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the season comes to an end. Get ready for preseason. That's
you
that's
can do that in the last game of the season.
What was that?
Last game of the season's at home. You may as well do it then.
Right, absolutely. Start Chaloba at right back, according to Maya. Big up to you too, Mo from the Blue Lounge YouTube channel. Fact, he must stay with the same formation, which I do agree with you, Stephen.
The formation isn't the bit that changed is the issue. The formation was always the same. It's just the tactics within the setup that changed, and that's what he's got to keep the same.
Mo said I agree with Steve. We don't need to change anything. We only have 3 changes to go. Absolutely. Mauricio Pochettino does a lot. He does a lot of changes, sometimes 5. He wants to utilize all his substitutions, and sometimes he can distract the flow and the rhythm.
More of what I was saying about the in-depth side of the tactics with the inverting and stuff like that. I think that's what he means.
Right. So, guys, if you're just joining us live, we are looking at the upcoming game between Nottingham Forest and Chelsea, and also Manchester City have already taken on their ahead. I think they've taken the lead already. Would
Yeah,
that
they're
put
1-0 up
pressure?
for Guardiola. It's now at half time. They're playing Fulham. If they win that, then obviously we have to point out how big that could be because they're playing today. I don't think Arsenal play until tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken,
So,
which
my
means
question that I
there's a
can
lot of
ask.
pressure that'll be on Arsenal's heads with a victory for Man City. Man City don't even need to improve their goal difference because they have a game in hand. They were
Right.
2 points behind. They win. No, they were a point behind. They win if they go 2 points ahead with Arsenal playing tomorrow. That puts pressure on Arsenal. Arsenal then know they need to get a result. No matter what Arsenal do, though, this is what is funny, right? I know we're mainly doing preview of Chelsea, but we need to touch on this bit, right? Arteta said something like he feels that
Oh, that's fun.
Arsenal will go win the league. Mate, understand this, yeah? You can win all your games, your 2 games that you have. City win all their games. City winning the title. City have a game in hand. City have 3 games. You have 2. You're 1 point ahead. City can get 9 points. City have won the league. They can go and just score 1 goal and then sit back and just pass the ball around for 85 minutes if they want to, get a goal, and then they've won. That's all they need to do.
Look, Steven, this is the right time. If Arsenal really wants to win the league, this is the right time that Arsenal has to win it. If Arsenal doesn't win the league, I'm telling you, the momentum will be over. The feeling of winning the trophy that the fans have, and then the momentum that the players have all gathered, that we're gonna go on the front foot. We're working as a unit. We're working together with the manager, having that feeling to win it. I'm sure if they don't do it this time, next season will be difficult because you're gonna see a different Chelsea. You're gonna end up seeing a different Manchester United. These teams
You
are not
won't see
gonna
a
go
different United.
down. They will be working their way up again. So Arsenal, if Arsenal doesn't win it this season, just like Mo said, it looks like another bottle job for Arsenal again. But big up to you, Rich Money Maker. Big up to you, seeing back on the stream again. Says big up to the lounge on the panel, and I think set pieces will kill Nottingham Forest, I believe. Yes, Chelsea are now. I don't know, man. It looks the set pieces guy himself. I don't think he's even working now. Because for me, what I know that it's not time for him to start working with Chelsea.
No,
We'll be
he'll
working with
start in the
Chelsea
summer.
next
He's
season.
at Brentford still. He'll start in the summer.
Yeah,
But
and
just quickly,
Chelsea are already getting goals from set pieces. Go ahead, Steven.
just
Before
quickly,
going to comments, yeah.
You said that if Arsenal don't win the title now, you think it's basically over for them, yeah?
Yeah.
This is where Arteta's getting confused and you're getting confused. It's not in their hands. It's in Man City's hands. Man City have that game in hand. That game in hand is against Spurs. That's the game that's going to do it. If Tottenham are dumb and they go out and they try to win, yeah, then it's over. But if Tottenham play smart, not wanting their rivals to win the league, and they go out and lose, yeah, it's
Yeah.
over for Arsenal. Because City ain't losing to West Ham on the last game of the season. They're not even going to draw to them. They will beat West Ham last game. It's all in
Steven, I
City's
guess
hands.
you're right. I was getting confused over here.
Yeah, Man City have the game in hand.
City
So it's
have the
all
game.
in City's hands.
I mean, we're all thinking Arsenal has to win it, but City, if City wins all their game, there's nothing to lose. It's not in Arsenal's hands, like Steven said. It's in City's hands to win it. If they lose, if they drop a point, that's when we can say, okay, it's time for Arsenal to clinch the Premier League trophy. The 2023-2024 Premier League season belonged to Arsenal. But then, just like Steven said, thank you very much. Big up to you, Steven himself. He said, Nee, you're getting confused over here. Rich Moneymaker said a big up to, okay, I've read that one. Fat, he put Kuko on the invented win back, according to Maya, which was really spot on. It worked, but can it work
You
for
also
all
see
games?
Kukurea still getting involved in the attacks from there as well because he picks up the spaces in the attack as well, in like the attacking areas around the box. He still picks up the areas around the box. When there's space, you see him run into it. I can't remember what game it was. I was watching a clip from it. Might have been the Spurs game. and there was a
Right.
massive bit of space in the attack. He runs into it, gives us an option. So he's not just sitting back like he's actually still getting involved in the attacks. But that little bit of tactics has worked brilliantly for us in the last few games, so we got to stick with it.
All right, I know what Maya said. Mudryk and Palmer should start together. According to Maya, I read that.
Mhm.
I've read most comments here. Man City must win. I don't want Arsenal to win it. Maya said, "No need. Don't wish them well." You know what? Sometimes when I sit on this chair, I try to put myself in two ways. You know, I don't try to present myself as a strong Chelsea fan, but I do that outside the stream. I know the reason why. I know I have one reason why. Sometimes I try to be more neutral when I come on this platform. But I am a Chelsea fan, and definitely every presenter, every host, every pundit has a team that they support. They cannot lie to you, and I support Chelsea. But when I sit over here because the interaction and how the show has to go, I have to put myself in a neutral stance a little bit and
Impartiality, basically.
let Steven, yeah, let Steven be the Chelsea fan. So now, Todd Labor, this is your time. Todd, the link is right there. Click on it. Good thing I have a Nottingham Forest fan on the show. And I hope, Todd, if Todd is free, Todd, jump on the show. And then let's see what you have, what your team has to provide to stop Chelsea from winning again. Arsenal can win the league, but Man City can lose it. It is in the hands of Man City, according to my big brother Mo from the Blueclouds YouTube channel. Todd said, "Hey, it's Todd. How are you guys doing today? Need game day is here. Go Forest. No, Todd today. Todd. Oh, Todd. Today I'm against you, man. I'm not supporting your Forest today. I'm showing we're in a different route. So guess what? Nottingham Forest manager doesn't use his set pieces coach. LOL. According to Rich Moneymaker, big up to you, Rich Moneymaker. Yes, Steven is HG Man City all the way. Absolutely. I don't want Arsenal to win.
Bro, of
I don't
course.
want Arsenal to win, but if they'll have to win it, you know, they don't have it.
Bro, I
They don't. I
support a
mean, it's
London
not in
team.
their
I've got
hands.
to back City, man. I don't want City to win it, but I don't want Arsenal to win it, and I'd rather City win it than Arsenal. So it's the lesser evil.
Right. Toss said everyone, big up to everyone in the chat. Let the Premiership go to Manchester again. Hudson could do a number on us. Yes, it's a question that I want to ask regarding Hudson Odoi. Do you think these players that have had a link or they have, they have tied with Chelsea, or they have some kind of a connection with Chelsea, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Ole Aina, do you think those two have a point to prove? Steven.
Um, I guess to an extent, but at the same time, I feel like they understand the reasoning. Obviously, by leaving, they get more game time, and also due to the injuries, it was best for Chelsea to sort of let them go. But to an extent, of course, they do. You always want to prove your former team wrong. Look, I'm still able to play at this level. I can still contribute to teams that I play for, etc., etc. Right? So of course he's going to want to do well. You always want to do well as a player, regardless of current team, who you played for, whether you're playing your former team and whatnot, because you're an athlete, you're competitive. That is your job. You are a competitive person. That's why you're in the sport you're in, right?
That's right.
So no matter who you're playing, you always want to be competitive. You always want to get the win, but maybe even more so because you're playing against your former club and you want to prove a point to them about, look, you sold me, but look, I'm out here. I'm still performing. I'm still doing the stuff that I used to do. But honestly, the way I look at it, I'm happy that Hudson Odoi's getting game time. I'm happy that he seems to be performing now. Maybe he's finally getting past the injuries, and I hope that he can do well. Just please not today. We can't have this. Please do us a favor, not perform for one game. Outside of that, perform any other game, just not against us. Thank you very much.
Not today.
Yeah. But the thing is, right? this is the important thing we got to touch on, because obviously we're fighting for Europe, Forest are fighting relegation. Yeah. What we need to point out is that both Burnley and Luton play at the 3 p.m. kickoffs, which kick off in an hour and 20 minutes. If results go Forest's way, by that I mean if Luton lose and Burnley lose, Forest will essentially be safe because they'll be 3 points clear with the game in hand against us, but their goal difference is something like 12 superior. And at this point in the season, such a big goal difference gap between the teams you're fighting and yourselves, it's like an extra point or two. Because the teams below you, yeah. So I'm going to quickly get this up now. So Tottenham play Burnley. This is where it's difficult because ideally, as a Chelsea fan, mathematically, we could still get 5th place. We're on the same goal difference as Spurs, but Spurs play Burnley today, which is one of Forest's rivals for the relegation battle. Yeah. If Burnley win today, they'll go on to 27 points, which puts them 2 points behind behind Forest. Yeah. But they would still have nearly an 18 goal difference worse than Forest. So that's worth multiple points at this stage of the season. Because you ain't making up in the one remaining game they have, they wouldn't make up 18 goal swing to go in their favour to survive if Forest were to get 1 point, say, for example, in their remaining 2 games. Luton have West Ham at 3 p.m. today, and then they have Fulham on the last day. Fulham are currently losing, but they are playing Man City. So make it out what you will. But they're 3 points behind Forest, and Forest have a goal difference 11 better than Luton. So that, again, is worth like another 2 points in itself at this stage of the season because you're not going to make up 11 goal difference. So that's one big thing going in Forest's favour. You're 3 points clear with 2 games to go of the first team inside of the relegation, which is Luton. But your goal difference is 11 better, which is worth points at this stage because that isn't getting made up in these 2 games. So Forest are very close to being safe. If results go their way, they are essentially safe today because their goal difference. And that could happen before we kick off. And if that happens, that stadium's going to be a whole lot louder. It's going to be loud anyway because they know they're fighting relegation. But if those results go their way, it'd be like a party at the Forest ground today. Because they will know that they are basically guaranteed safety. And therefore, it's going to be a party atmosphere.
Definitely. Guys, thank you very much. Stephen G, absolutely for that. Brilliant from my man like Stephen G. Todd Maya said that they can sit. He's talking about a low block. Doesn't trust the low blocks. They can sit and counter us in time. Says someone must close down the is this Nottingham Forest attack according to Maya. Says Belly will lose, bro. Nottingham Forest. Tottenham being angry.
Tottenham have lost their last 4 games. Is Tottenham? Anything can happen. Bro, if Tottenham go 5 for 5, it means they're basically a lock to go 6 for 6 from today, their 4 games before that, and their next game, because their next game's Man City. If they go 6 for 6 with 1 game remaining in terms of defeats, then we really could be finishing above them if we get our wins.
Absolutely. Todd, the link is right there. I think the link is pinned. Is it pinned?
I don't know if it was pinned, but it was right at the top of the comments. No, I don't think it is pinned. Because I think when you pin it, it normally comes up on StreamYard as like starred or something, and it hasn't.
Was pinned. My bad, guys. I'll pin the link there, so whoever who wants to join us, the link is right there. You can click on it. I'll pin it. So, Maya said if Tottenham loses, they I think they suck. Okay, Caicedo plus Gallagher double PV today. Palmer at 10 with Mudryk right wing. And
Jacksonville up
Jacksonville
front.
up front. Yeah, Nicholas Jackson. Hey, me,
Question
can
to
you put me
sc-
on the link right there?
Me,
Big
question for
up
you as you go
to
through this, right? For you and
what's
for
that?
the chat, yeah.
Right.
Because Maya's saying play Palmer and Madueke, we don't really have any other choice anyway. Yeah. Who would you guys play on the left wing for Chelsea? Would you go Sterling? Would you go Mudryk?
I'll go Mudryk.
Fair.
I'll go Mudryk for one reason because Mudryk has been part of the consistency that we're talking about, winning games
Mhm.
in the previous. Would I say he started what 3 games in a row when Sterling is
I'm
not around?
not entirely sure, but
I think three
he has
games
been
in a
starting
row.
because Sterling's been out.
Yeah, Sterling's been out for a couple games now, so Modric has got a chance, and he is building momentum. Although he hasn't still not been his best, we have to give him that confidence to start games and bring the experienced Sterling, who hasn't really been that good for Chelsea this whole entire season. So we can bring him from the bench. I believe that will be my go to. Or that's a player that I'll go for. Todd is in here, but before I go to Todd, I have a few comments that I want to read.
He started the
Big up
last
to
4 games from Arsenal.
Abdul Wahab. Abdul Wahab, big up to you. Says hello, Blue fans. Big up to you to yourself. It's nice to see you on the platform. And Rich Moneymaker said, from my contact, a lot of people at the club are happy for us to get in the top 10 at the end of the season, but Ekbali want at least top 7, according to Rich Moneymaker. I think top 7 it suits Chelsea, but out of the 10, I
We're
mean, we've
almost
been
locked to
12
get
forever.
top 8
We've
at
been
least at
12.
this point.
Chelsea been in that position forever. I also want to hear Todd opinion about the game. Yeah, Todd is here. We're gonna hear his opinion. He's gonna get his chance to talk. I'd rather
2
play
nil City, by the
Madueke
way.
left wing. Rich money. I'm not happy with top 10. My guy, that's mid table. Yeah, you can't have top 10. All right, Steven, you said something right now before I go to
2
Todd.
nil
You were
Phil
saying something.
Foden.
Do what?
2-0 Phil Foden.
Oh, 2-0 Man City are up 2-0. It's all over. Todd said, let's go. Let's go. All right, let's take a word from Todd. Todd, welcome back. And how is your Saturday morning going for you?
It's going good, you guys. How you guys doing? I'm watching
Oh, not
City
too bad.
Fulham. I'm watching City Fulham. I missed the second goal because I'm here talking to you guys. I'm watching the soccer game with my group home staff, Demetrius. So that's good. City scored again because Fulham's a
Brilliant.
really good defense.
That's right. Brilliant to have you on the show. And City, as Steven and I discussed earlier on, they have the title in their hands. It is their chance to lose it, but it's not Arsenal's chance to win it. And but then we're previewing the big game, upcoming game between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest, or Nottingham Forest and Chelsea, that will be taken on very very soon. We know Chelsea and Nottingham Forest have history. They have history. But then, how do you see this game, Todd?
Uh, might be high scoring. I don't know. It might be like 3-2 or 2-2, something like that.
Well, why do you think it will be a high scoring? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure if Taiwan Awani, Steve, remember the Nottingham Forest striker, is it back or is he out for the rest of the season? Todd.
I think Awani was on the bench last game.
Okay.
I think he's back. I don't know if he's starting
I can
today or
check.
not. I haven't seen the lineups.
What, Steven? Check. You want to check it?
Yeah, I'll check it for you.
Okay. Nuno Esperanto Santos came in this season to take over Nottingham Forest. He was coming from the Etihad club, I think the Saudi club.
He came off
How
the
have you
bench
seen
against Sheffield
Nuno's?
United last week.
Okay.
I won
Thank
you.
you very much for the update, Steven. Todd, how do you see the current manager for Forest, Nuno Esperanto Santos? How do you see his work tactically, his style of play? Do the fans really buy into his philosophy? And do you want to see him being the manager for Forest next season?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Why?
If
Why?
we, I just like him. I like his personality. I think they play a little bit better under him than they did with Steve Cooper. I mean, Cooper tried, but I just like Santo better. They listen to him better, and they try harder for him under him than Steve. In my opinion.
Todd, I've never asked you, how did you become a Nottingham Forest fan?
When there's just something about their style. I know they're always on the bottom, but I just like their style and stuff.
So how long have you
I
been
like
a
the
fan?
players. I just like the players and stuff.
Which of the players that really, really push you to like the football club and the style? And how long have you been a Nottingham Forest fan?
2 seasons.
2 seasons now. And which of the which specific player that really draw you to love Forest?
I like Hudson Odoi. I like Alanga, and I like Awani when healthy.
When healthy. And what about Gibbs White, Morgan Gibbs White?
And Gibbs White, I like him too.
I
And
mean, you guys have
Marilla.
good players over there. You have some good Chelsea, ex Chelsea players. Oleana, who was true, he grew up from Chelsea Academy. So is Callum Hudson-Odoi, and some good players there. We know Willy Bolly, Ivorian international, who also was coming from Wolverhampton Wanderers. So you guys have Alanga, also another good player from Manchester United. So there are some good players in there, but the style of play is I've been hearing and reading. Nottingham Forest fans are not really happy with the style of play. So I don't know. Just like you said, Nuno Esperanto Santos is a manager that has lots of charisma. He knows how to present himself in the public, and I think that he's moving in the right direction in online with I think Evangelist Marinaki. I think the owner of Nottingham Forest. I'm sure if that's his name. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going
I
supporting
don't know.
whatever they're doing. But I don't know. I don't know. Forest can do more because we've seen teams coming from the championship and things hasn't gone well for them, end up being relegated and all that kind of stuff. But then, yeah, 4-2-3-1, same formation. Chelsea plays. You guys play the same kind of formation also. Steven, Todd believes it's going to be a high scoring game today. You agree with him?
Um, I'm not so sure. The one thing that is a positive from a Chelsea viewpoint is our last two games, the two London derbies. Obviously, last time out, 5-0 against West Ham. And some people say, oh, West Ham been terrible. Okay, you can say that, but at the same time, you've got to give us credit because we also made them look that bad because we played so well in that game. The game before that, Spurs, we won 2-0. The game before that, 2 against Villa. So we're scoring at least 2 goals in the last 3 games. And the last 2 games in the 2 London derbies, we've kept clean sheets as well. So hopefully we can keep the clean sheets going as well because that's going to be a massive help in our push for Europe. Because at the end of the day, if you ain't conceding, then at least you can't lose. And that's the key thing here is that so long as we aren't losing, we got a shot for Europe. And that's got to be the target now. It's a realistic target now. I think give it about a month or so ago, we would have all thought there's no chance we get it. But now it's a realistic possibility. We've finally started taking advantage of the teams around us dropping points.
Mhm.
And look, mathematically, we can get 5th. I don't think we will because I still don't see Tottenham losing to anyone other than Man City out of their remaining games. But we can get 6th because Newcastle just need to drop. I think they need to drop between 3 and 4 points. And so long as we win all our remaining games, we would then go above Newcastle. So that could put us into a potential Europa League spot, depending who wins the FA Cup. So this is the point, right? Don't, as a player, like as fans, it's okay. We can look at it and we can go, okay, we need this, this, this. As a player, focus on what you can control. As a manager, focus on what you control. Focus on yourselves. Do not worry about the teams around you. That is out of your control. If you focus on what you can do, then that's all that matters. Because at that point, you're taking control of your situation. If you do a job, then that puts the pressure on the other teams around you because they know you're chasing them down. You win, yeah.
Mhm.
Newcastle will know, oh, Chelsea chasing us down now, and that's a problem for Newcastle. That
I
could be a problem for Spurs, depending what happens if they somehow do a Spursy and bottle a game plus the City game as well. So look, it's in our hands. Take control. Well, it's not really, but take control what you can take control of. Keep the same tactics set up, and then we're good until the end of the season. Don't slip up. You cannot slip up now. This is the business end. This is where you need to take control and show people what you can really do. The team looks like it started to gel now. Let's not mess this up.
Right. I agree. I agree with you, Steven. 100%. I agree with you. Maya said that, like I said, I don't trust low block teams, even if you are consistent, according to him. Rich Moneymaker is having a question, wonderful question to the panel to ask over here. He says, guys on the panel, do you think that we are playing better with Enzo Fernandez? If so, what do we do with Enzo at this moment? I have an answer for you. Wait for my answer, but I'm sure Steven has his, and also maybe Todd has his. I'm not so sure if Todd has one for Enzo Fernandez, but maybe Steven has a lot to, cover up for that, question. 50-50, I agree with the games we've played. We should be a better team, according to Maya. Who is singing? Is a Grammy Awards winner over here. Got it. Maya, don't be silly over there. Don't be silly. All right, this is my point. This is where I stand. One, Chelsea fans have to know that Enzo Fernandez is going to be with Chelsea for a long period of time. It's up to Mauricio Pochettino. He's not a bad player. Enzo cannot be a bad player within a few couple games. He can't be that bad of a player. We've seen how good he is playing alongside world and experienced players. We saw how good Enzo Fernandez was with Benfica. So it is up to every manager that come to Chelsea to get the best out of Enzo Fernandez. It is a huge tax for Mauricio Pochettino to play Enzo Fernandez because he's not going anywhere. Fernandez will be with Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino is his responsibility, his duties to play him and play him in the right position. He has to study Enzo very, very well and find the right position that suits Enzo and get the best out of him. That is what I'll say. I don't know what Steven want to say regarding to Enzo Fernandez question. But thank you very much, Rich Money, for that wonderful question there.
All I'm gonna say on it is the same as I've said before. We've seen what he can do. He's had an injury for 6 months. We all remember him coming off against Newcastle and crying after that game in the cup. And at the end of the day, the way I look at it, so long as he comes back and he can stay fit, which this isn't on him, so there's no reason why he can't stay fit. So come back strong, have a manager or Poch, if he's still here, play him how he should be played, and then we should be able to get the best out of him. We saw how good he looked last season when he came in, and people say Chelsea was a bad team. Yeah, we were, but at the same time, us being a bad team doesn't mean you get to discredit Enzo for his good performances last year. Because last year he was living up to a high price tag. He was living up to the hype that everyone had of him.
Right.
And that doesn't change overnight. And he's got a bad injury, and that's the issue, right? We know what he can do when he's not injured, so hopefully he comes back to that level post-operation. We should see where he's at when he goes for the Copa America with Argentina. And look, he probably won't be at his best straight away. You know, he's had surgery. He's got to be a bit rusty. But after a few games, you start to knock that rust off. And then we should see the true potential of Enzo Fernandez.
All right. Let me get some few words from Todd before I let him go. I know he's got some few things here. Todd, looking at the Premier League fixtures, Arsenal are there. They're trying to win the Premier League. Man City also is in their hands to win the Premier League. What's your take on this in terms of how the Premier League season has been? has been, and the title race is going to City again. Take me through some of it.
If City wins today and they win the next games, oh, Gabriel scored again. Holy
Yeah,
cow!
Vardy scored again.
Oh man, I missed 2
Bro,
goals.
he scored like 6 in his last 5 games.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a VAR check
That's
apparently.
great. That's my group home staff. Demetrius likes him a lot. Gabriel. Yeah.
Ryan said there's a VAR check, but it should be given as Akanji didn't touch it. The goal has now been given.
So it's a go.
Okay, cool.
So it's 3-0.
All right, go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, Arsenal's been playing really good soccer. I hope they lose the next game or the game after that, so City keeps winning. We can win the title again.
Okay.
You know
Maya,
what the
thank you
best
very
bit
much,
is?
Todd.
Quickly, Rightney.
Yeah,
The
go
best
ahead.
bit is it'd be so typical Man U that like they'll go out and they'll completely forget that a win tomorrow for Man U will hand the title essentially to Man City. Yeah, they'll go out, they'll get a point or 3 against Arsenal. Their fan base would go mental, and City have basically been handed the title. It would just be typical, and it'd be hilarious.
All right, guys. So we're gonna look at the Premier League table real quick, and this is what the standing looks like. Manchester City was there with 85 points. Arsenal right there, 3 points beneath Manchester City. Liverpool,
2 points.
Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa in that sequence. Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle, Chelsea right there in the 7th place. They're not far off. They are knocking on the door, and they are right close to. I think it's 2 points between
2 points
them
behind
and Manchester,
Newcastle, 6 behind
Newcastle
Spurs.
United. Yeah, and then I think is it 5 points? Is it 5 point? Newcastle, Tottenham, and Chelsea, right?
6.
6 points. 6 points.
Spurs are on 60. Chelsea are on 54. That's
Yeah.
why we need Spurs to lose 2 games if we want to catch them. Which, like I say, it would be typical Spurs. We know that they'll almost definitely lose to Man City. So then they've got Burnley, and then I can't remember who they got on the last game of the season. But it would be super, super Spursy for them to absolutely throw that away.
Okay. All right. So this is what the Premier League table is looking like. And we're going to wrap up here soon. I'm just going to jump off. I have to make a hash right now. And that's hot for some reason. So Stephen G. Damn, man. All right. Let me share this real quick and we can wrap up here. All right. Rich Moneymaker in the building says Bentley will give them a game. LOL. Thanks for your answer. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
That's what we're seeing today.
You're always welcome in more questions. Maya said, how do you feel about the William guy we're about to sign? Oh, Estavo William. I watch clips on that guy, and if that guy is what we're seeing, is going to grow up to be what we're seeing, it is a second coming of Ronaldinho. What a player! Well, anyway,
I saw some people saying he's like meant to be the biggest name out of Brazil since Neymar, is what I saw some people say.
Yeah. What a player. Bentley will give
That's
them
high
a
praise
game.
for someone who's, 16 years old?
Yeah, 16 years old. Anyway, we look at this predicted lineup, and then we can move on real quick. Steven, I just have 2 minutes just to hop off. 2 minutes. Nottingham Forest predicted lineup. They'll be going with this Olaena, Morello, and Willy Bolly in the what's his name again? Montiel in the Yachi. Is it Yachi?
Yates. Brian Yates.
Danilo, Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs, Alanga, and Wood. That is the predicted lineup. Todd, is that what you want to see?
Yeah, absolutely, without question.
Okay. Then we go to Chelsea's predicted lineup, the same style of play, same formation, but different personnel with Petrovic in there. Mark Cucurella, wonderful player.
That's
From what we've
literally my
seen a
predicted
couple
lineup. I
games.
put in my server as well.
Yeah. Badishia, Thiago Silva, Chaloba, Gallagher, and Caicedo in the pivot row. Mudryk, Palmer, and Madwiki, their consistency. So I heard someone saying that England has to play Folding in the 10 row because they don't believe Palmer can be that better or can be that good in that 10 row.
Bro, you
Which
can
I
get them both in
disagree.
the same team. The issue is
But
Southgate's got to play Saka. That's the issue.
yeah, and then Nicholas Jackson up front. According to Maya said Ryan Yates. Okay, you said what's his name again?
Yates.
Yates. Okay. I love him. I love that guy. According to Maya, so Nottingham Forest miss makes lots of chances, and they are worst team in the to concede goals from corners. I hope that Nuno Esperanto Santos will work things out because Chelsea
Yeah.
with set pieces they will get goals. So let me
So
get a
what you're
final word.
saying to me is just put it on Thiago Silva's head.
Or maybe Chaloba, because he's been
That
getting on
works.
those.
Bro, any of them. Just give it to one of them two. This is what I'm asking.
All right, let me get a final word from Todd. Todd, final word to you, and then we can hop off, call it a day. We'll be right back again. I have to make it snappy and then get my butt off this chair. Todd, final word prediction, and I can let you go right now, Todd.
Okay. Nottingham Forest 3. Wood, Alanga, and Gibbs White score goals. Chelsea 2. Palmer scores 2 goals. That's my prediction.
Palmer scores 2 goals, so Forest win or Tottenham Chelsea win.
Forest.
Forest win. All right, we'll come back again after and see whether your predictions were right or wrong. Mr.
Go
Todd.
Forest!
Todd, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll catch you up some
Thank
other
you,
time.
sir.
Stephen G, final words from you.
Yeah, big up Todd for coming on, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Legend.
And yeah, I'm gonna say Palmer FC a goal win because Palmer's gonna get the goals. Heck, actually, you know what? I'll say Palmer's gonna probably score and Jackson will score. Don't know the score line, but I think both of them will score.
According to Steven, both of them will score. I'm going for a Chelsea 2, Nottingham Forest 1 because it's a away game. There will be high intensity. And then there are 2 players there who have a point to prove. And I see a 2-1 win victory for Chelsea. Guys, so thank you very much. Like Maya and Rich Moneymaker. A whole lot of you guys that came on the show today. Chelsea FC and Jacksonville FC will win according to Maya. And big up to Mo for the Blueclouds YouTube channel who also came on earlier on to show his love. And everyone that anyone that is not able to make it today, we'll pursue you some other time. I always say Leo Desperandon, so thank you to my right-hand man, Stephen G, the man himself. I don't like Todd prediction. Silva and Chaloba will field day with Connors. Okay, field day with Connors. Great show, guys. Thank you very much, Rich Moneymaker. I promise to be back again. Hopefully, it's just not too much work. See, I've been up. It is 9 o'clock this morning, but I've been up for almost about 2 hours already. I wouldn't say I think 2.5 hours already. If you look at my hands, guys, look, I've been painting. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been painting. So I got paint on my hand. I have to rush down here and get it done. I have to go back and get a job done on time. And then so I don't have to do too much during the week. It is summer. And over here, if you guys understand, we don't have summer. Our summer doesn't last long like the Africa or maybe South America somewhere. Over here, summer is very, very short. And we pile up our work to get it done in the summer. So if you don't get it done, you're not going to get any time to get it done. The cold and
What
then
is
the
this
winter
time
will
of year
hit
you
you very
speak
bad.
of?
What was that, Stephen?
What is this time of year you speak of? We don't have summer because the weather's always bad.
Yeah.
We don't have summer. The weather's always terrible.
Terrible. That is true. So the little chance that we get, we have to get the best out of it, get the things done, and then we can be ready for another cold weather again. But guys, love you all. We'll be back again. Steven, lay this Brandons.
Hang on to hope.
Absolutely. Guys, bye-bye for now. Tune in, subscribe. I haven't even said this, like the video or anything. But if you haven't dropped a like on the video, just drop it on the video. And like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the platform. We see you back again. Bye-bye for now. Bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.